and were used to haul the logs to the rivers, horses not being used until the turn of the century. Many of these logs lost in the drives can still be seen when canoeing or fishing down the Nabocoggan and St. Croix rivers.
Mm-hmm.
The young folks and some of the older ones also liked to dance in those days. There especially was the hamburger dance, similar to the polka as we know it today. Bert McKee played his guitar, and Aaron Snow and the Cadet boys played their fiddles.
Yeah, I remember that.
The hamburger
two
dance?
cadets. Huh?
Hamburger dance?
I don't know what, I never heard that. But
Wonder why they called it that.
I don't know. Well, the two Indian boys, John and Joe, boy, they were good fiddlers.
Cadet.
Yeah, cadet boys.
They
And if the cadet boys were playing some dance, everybody'd go there.
They didn't have a special fiddle though, Stradivarius.
Just the fiddle, yeah.
Now, it's interesting to me that the cadets, they were violinists, and you said this John Holmes
Yeah.
was a violinist.
Yeah.
Don't you have some things for John besides the ice thing? Or I've just heard that name. I mean, besides the kettle?
I'm not
What's
sure.
that, Sue?
We don't have any other pieces from John Holmes besides the kettle.
Just the kettle, I think, yeah.
Um,
I had a couple of bells, but Don got one of them. One of them cowbells, you know.
What happened to the other one?
I don't know what happened. Oh, Mrs. Allman wanted it, begged it and wanted it.
Living so far from a doctor, settlers in this area often asked Mrs. N.P. Ida Johnson to act as midwife. She gave her services in this capacity for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Newcomb is the inventor of the Arrowhead Twin Spinner, which is sold locally to resort owners, guests, and store owners.
I saw one of them the other day. I was looking through the tackles, you know.
yeah,
I saw a couple of them. I put them in paper, so I want to show them to you.
yeah, okay,
He patented that himself.
okay.
That
they came-
special fishing thing that people
Yeah.
use all over now?
Yeah, they used it.
And he was a local
He,
man?
Yeah, he was a guide. He came down with about 2 dozen of them. He said, "Guy, I want you to sell these here for me." Gee, I thought, gosh, I don't know if I can sell that many or not. But I did, and I sold quite a few of them.
And they're good.
Yeah, they were caught fish, yeah. They managed something like a Johnson silver spoon.
I mean, they sell them now around?
I've never seen them.
Beatrice Marsh and mother made hook rugs and other needlework which they sold to supplement their income.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it said about Webb Lake.
Is that the end
That's
of
the
it?
end. It's the
Okay.
village of Webster.
Okay.
I never read all that.
Really?
No. She didn't say anything about Blacktop Road, was it?
Yeah, she did.
Well, a little bit, yeah. In
But
fact,
she didn't mention those main fellas that
No,
helped
she
me
didn't
do it.
mention
that
people. She just
helped
said
you get it.
Huh?
That helped you vote it in and
Yeah,
backed you up on it. And
yeah. I was chairman, I guess, about 17 years straight, and I'd have a different board member every time. I had one extra one. But I always had one that stuck with me. That was Fuller and Hawes, Nick Hawes.
Proved
Well,
to
they
be
were
proved
good.
to be right, huh?
Huh?
They proved to be right,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. But they were mad enough to kill me when we started Blacktop with the other one with the trucks. They want to haul that gravel, you know, and monkey around.
Well, they also pulled logs over the roads or something, didn't they too, to kind of try to level it off or something?
Well, they had an old grader that they'd monkey around with. They put a team on there to just try to grade and fill the sand holes up. The ruts were so deep, and then they'd try to level it off, and they couldn't do it. The only way to do it is get that sod from the outside and bring it in and work it around.
Kind of crown it.
Crown it up a little bit. But boy, they were mad. They tried to get me out different times, but and that one year they did get me out. They got a lot of the outsiders to come in, the new settlers, you know. That come in here to buy a place, and then they'd go away in the wintertime. And they come back and vote. They got me out that one term, 2 years, and got their same bunch in that they wanted. And then they got me back in again. The other ones were, well, Hotchkiss was going to town hall charging for it and it costs much, and the town board, their own members, canned him. And the next year, then they put me until I resigned. That's when Mom was tickled.
And your time spent away from home was that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, it said that your mother was a midwife in the town.
Yeah.
Hospitals were, well, where were the hospitals?
There weren't any.
There weren't any.
Superior, Eau Claire. Some of them go to Eau Claire, some Superior.
How, did she have any training, or why did they ask her?
I don't think she had much training. But she knew how it was supposed to go, or one thing.
She had a big family, she knew what to do, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, and Mrs. Seen funny they didn't mention Mrs. Glenn Marsh.
Because
she was one too. She's the one that brought Leonard into that world.
really?
Yeah.
She probably forgot that.
But Jen was patting most of her own.
The means of transportation,
Walking.
horseback.
Oh yeah, some were horseback, but a lot of times then you'd walk and save the horses for work.
So when you'd go to hear the Cadet boys play, you'd
Well,
walk.
we had, then when I went, Ivan and I, we had Model T then. Well, I
But-
guess we went a couple times with the horse and buggy.
But if you went to get groceries at Spooner, you'd walk?
No, my dad would take the team and probably get up about 2 o'clock in the morning and feed the horses and get down there about, he would always want to get down there, but people was not so many there, so he get waited on quick and get his groceries and then start home again.
So he'd harness up the team, feed him at 2 in the morning, and then start off, and
Start off, yeah.
he'd get back from Spooner when?
Oh, 9, 10 o'clock.
Huh.
Sometimes he'd stay overnight. If he had a load to take in, bring back. I remember one time he brought down some wheat to have ground there in Spooner. We stayed in the hotel overnight. And I think it was 50 cents for a room. I think that's what it was.
Were you along on that
Yeah,
trip?
I went on that trip. Remember they had the great big bowl and then a big dish, you know, a picture like.
Water basin and
Yeah.
water pitcher. What was it your dad would say about the Model T? Something about, don't worry about the gas.
Oh yeah, you didn't care about the gas, but you make sure your boys kept oil in it.
You didn't care if you ran out of gas,
No.
though. What about the story with your dad first learning to drive that Model T?
Well, that's the first year I went out in Dakota. He said, well, we can't drive the horses to town all the time. We have to learn to drive that car. And Mom said, well, you better get busy and learn it. So we drove around the yard a little bit, and he done pretty good. So then I went out, it was a couple, 3 days, I was going to Dakota, and he took me up to the store. I sat alongside him, and he'd drive pretty good. And turned around and come back. He made it all right. Got in the yard, he tooted the horn, I guess, and he got going into the garage. He said, ho, 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 ho. He went right into the garage and hit the wall. And then killed, you know. He never touched it after that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Leonard had to do the driving then?
Leonard then took over.
Really?
Yeah. They put pillows behind him, and
how old was he?
about 7 probably.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
At 7?
Yeah.
Could he reach the floorboard?
Well, he'd stretch it out, he'd put the pillow way behind, he'd sit on the edge, and got by.
Well, should we take a break here? What were you saying?
When I sold out here at the store, went down to Minneapolis, North Austin, Ethel's husband.
Mm-hmm.
He said, he thought it'd be a good chance to build houses and make some money. So he wanted me to come down there. So I sold, and then I gave Austin, I guess, $700 to $800 to buy lots. So he bought 3 lots out there at 42nd and Beard, and then he bought 3 lots of thing down on Richfield.
Whereabouts in Richfield?
I don't know, somewhere in Richfield. And then times were getting tougher and tougher all the time. And people were, they had built new homes, and some older ones. They had probably paid $400 or $500 down or $1,000 in them. And they had to pay or get out. So I'd go up here and get 40 acres. I'd get it for $40, and I'd trade that 40 acres for equity. I ended up with, I think, about 12 equities down there in the city houses. And then it got so hard they couldn't even, people were renting places, and you rent to one, first thing you know, there's sisters and brothers and half a dozen of them in one house. Oh, it was a fight. And they wouldn't even pay. Boy, they wrecked it with the kids and all. So they had this one house down on near Minnehaha. Great big, there was 5 rooms upstairs, all gumwood finish.